welcome to the show. Soul Covers here. We are filming from undisclosed airport location. Just tried Popeyes for the very first time. We do not have that available in my own country, so that was pretty good. Definitely feeling a bit full, bit of post Popeyes regret. Sure felt the same way after getting KFC. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're bringing you videos from the freaking airport. Just looking back on the last 2 days, 0-3 minus 8 units. Hate to see that. I stand by 2 of those bets. I like the Pistons today. Obviously, they had a 16, 18 point lead, didn't get it done. End up losing outright to the Kings on a back-to-back. We had the over when the Kings played the Cavs 2 days ago. That game finished at 2:33. Cavs went cold in the fourth quarter. That game closed, over-under total closed at around 2:38. So walked into that game with a good ticket, but that's okay. Knicks, Suns over. Not a great read on that. So let's move on. We have 11 games on the slate. We'll have to just gloss over a few of them. There are some really good games. We've got 3 bets locked in. 2 of those tickets are absolutely amazing right now. We've just got some rock solid tickets, and we've got one more that is still actionable as of recording. So let's get into it. Like I said, on vacation right now, so can't get the live odds up on screen, but here, first game on the card that we have up is Grizzlies Hornets. 2 teams got completely different priorities in this one. We saw this spread open at 13.5. No LaMelo, Mark Williams and Bridges they're going to play. They're not on the injury report, so we have a Grizzlies team that is in that 4 to 8, 3 to 8 range now in the West, where they're all separated by half a game. So they really have to win out every single game, avoid that play-in. They do not want to be in the play-in. We have not seen much movement on either the spread or total in this game. So look, keeping this short and sweet, I would say Grizzlies or nothing. Obviously projections like the Hornets here, but I can't convince you to go take the Hornets when the season is done. They're tanking, so let's move on. Nothing from me on this spot. Next, we have the Bulls in Cleveland. Kobe White is out for rest. Josh Giddey is questionable. We saw this spread open at 9, and it went out all the way to 12. Wow. We see, is Donovan Mitchell playing this game? I believe he is. No, he's not. He's out. Okay, that's very interesting. We see Vucevic is also questionable. Kevin Huerter is out. So definitely movement towards the Bulls, movement towards the over as well. Now at 12, I'd say I like the Bulls even without Kobe White. Cavs, they just want to be healthy. They don't need to cover this spread. They're not watching their Twitter replies. Oh shit, Joe from Cincinnati needs us to cover 12 guys. Like, come on, he needs to win. He needs to win his $50 ticket. Like, no, that's just not happening. So for me in this spot, I'd say Bulls plus 12 is probably the best bet. But I don't have anything on this game. Bulls plus 12, probably one of the better bets on the board right now, just because, I do like to back a team when they're sitting out a high usage player. Wizards Pacers, spread at 18.5. That's a lot of points for a Pacers team that have been playing really well, but you normally only see your Celtics, Cavs, Thunder getting these sort of big spreads. So this is an interesting one because these teams played about 2 weeks ago where the Pacers scored like 160 points. They beat the Wizards by 50 in Washington. Pascal Siakam questionable. Middleton out. Looks like Marcus Smart is going to play, I think. Koulibaly is out. Yeah, nothing from me on the spread. I'd still say Wizards or nothing. I don't think the Pacers have been playing really well. I don't think they deserve an 18.5 point spread. Looking at the total, we saw this open at 238.5. Now, yeah, these two teams played 2 weeks ago where the total was at a similar number. We bet the under straight away because we had a similar projected total. As you can see, a big edge towards the under. That game ended up going way over, but the market clearly said it was an under spot, even though that game went way over. Pacers scored 160. So now what am I going to do coming into this game? I do not have a bet on the under yet. It is a spot I'm looking at. Keep your eyes peeled. Obviously, I can't keep an eye on my odds screen as much as I'd like to, but yeah, if you're coming into this slate with nothing, under is not a bad look. For now, I do not have any bets on this game. I have a little bit of PTSD after betting the under on that last game. Hawks and Magic. Let's have a look at the injury report. We see this open at 4.5. Got out to 5, now 4. So, bit of early Magic action, bit of late Hawks action. Clean injury report. Jalen Suggs still out. Trae Young is still probable. Look, I got nothing on this game. It's a very well-priced spread. We did see the Magic beat Atlanta in Atlanta about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. I'd say Magic are definitely playing a lot better at the moment. So I would say, yeah, if you're just like itching for a bet, if you just like you need to, if you're a bit tilted, sure, Magic, but I don't have any bets on this game, spread or total, so let's just get it off my screen. It should be a really good game to watch. So, Pelicans, Nets. I think this silence is probably more entertaining than talking about this game, so let's just move on. It's just a disgusting game. Let's get that shit off my screen. Here we go. Celtics, Knicks. This is much better. Much better. Knicks trying to avoid the sweep against the Celtics. Celtics are 3-0 against the Knicks so far this year. We saw the spread open at Celtics -3. It is now at Celtics -1. Which I understand, like Celtics are Jason Tatum questionable, Jaylen Brown questionable, KP questionable, Derek White and Holiday are probable. Knicks completely clean injury report. There's just not much motivation for the Celtics to come in and win this game. And yeah, they do have the big injury report, whereas the Knicks, like they hear the chatter, they hear people say, oh, they can't beat a good team out of me. So yeah, I understand the Knicks movement, but am I going to play the Knicks against this Celtics team that just owned them? No. But looking towards the total, where we saw this total open at 223.5. And now, so yeah, as you can see, projected total 229.5. So a big edge here towards the over. I did like this at open, but then I started sort of start to creep down into that 220 range, and I was like, I want to play this. I just want to make sure we see some resistance first. See the board start ticking back over. So I'm holding an over 221. Got that down for 2 units. Now, and that's still available at FanDuel as of recording. I just don't think the Celtics will really give a shit defensively, and it's not like the Knicks can stop them anyways. And like the injury concerns, they don't concern me at all in terms of the total. Um, I watch this other NBA handicapper, Michael Fiddle, at the Advantage Sports Betting Podcast. Make sure you go follow, subscribe to that. He makes a great point about the Celtics, where having the star players sit out is not much of a concern for the total if you like the over, because they just have a brigade of white guys that'll just go into the game, bomb threes. Your Baylor Scheiman, your Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, like those guys are all over players. They're just going to stand on the 3-point line and bomb threes. So we like the over this game. That number's still available. I've got no opinion on the spread, so let's move on to Timberwolves Bucks, where we are holding just a strong ticket in this one. We saw this spread open at 1.5. We got this game projected at Minnesota slightly favored in a pick'em. Like, it'd be like Minnesota money line minus 115. But we played the Timberwolves minus 1.5. Got that down for 3 units. Now the spread is at 4, so we are loving that ticket. Minnesota, they've just been really good in these revenge style spots. Last time these teams played in Milwaukee, Giannis and Dame sat out and the Bucks somehow won as like 10-point underdogs. I remember that game very clearly because I was on the Timberwolves. I was holding like a Timberwolves -4, -5, and that spread closed at -10, and I was like, yes, like this is just a beautiful ticket, and Bucks end up winning. So I remember that very well. Yeah, Minnesota have been really good in these revenge spots. 8-3 against the spread when they are in a revenge matchup where they lost as outright favourites. So we like to see that. Holding a 1.5 for 3 units, now 4 seems like it's priced out. As for the total, that total does account for Damian Lillard being in the lineup. We've seen the total move down, I believe. I got nothing from me here on this total. Yeah, make sure you go follow me at Soul Covers. You could have gotten on the Timberwolves at -1.5, -2, -2.5. Now at 4, like definitely priced out. Lakers Thunder. This is our strongest ticket of the day. This spread opened early at 8.5. We tweeted that out almost straight away. Like, go grab the Thunder -8.5. Again, just another spot I love playing into with these baseball style series. If game 1, the favorite loses outright, just go and back them against the spread the following game. If you slice that trend to be like favorites of 5 points or more, the favorite the following game hits at 60% if they lost that game 1. If it's like a team that wins 70% of their games, like the Thunder, if they lose game 1 and they're favored in game 2, it's again 60% against the spread. Projections love the Thunder here. This spread is now at 14. Now, part of that's OKC action. Another part of that is LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka all questionable. So we love that ticket now. In terms of what you can do coming into this game, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. I would not bet OKC -14. Just go follow me on Twitter. That's all we can do. We've seen the total move down quite a bit due to the injury reporting. I got no bets of the total. Warriors and Suns. KD is still out. We saw the spread open at 6.5. Now it's 7.5 due to the KD news. Got nothing on the spread. Projections do like the over. Do I like the over? Not really. I think just this Suns team, they're struggling to score without KD. I thought they'd be fine without KD, but they haven't been able to get points on the board. If anything, I'd look at maybe Warriors team total over. Maybe that's something I'll have to look into. If Warriors team total is like 115, maybe that's worth a sniff. This Suns defense is just bad, but I can't play an over with how badly the Suns have been playing. And yeah, don't really have much of an opinion here on the spread as well. Is that the last game, or have I got Spurs and Clippers? This is the last game. Kawhi Leonard is questionable. Given that he played the back-to-back, I would not be surprised to see him sit out this game. Like, the Clippers can win this game without him. Um, yeah, now the spread's at 12.5, came down from 14 due to the Kawhi news. I wouldn't mind some Clippers in this spot. Clippers minus 12 or minus 12.5 is not a bad bet to place if you're coming into this with nothing. One bet I am a little bit annoyed I missed out on was the over at 225.5. This total is now at 227.5 or 228. Understandably so. Spurs' worst defense in the NBA since the All-Star break, so that is fair enough, and I believe that is all of the games today. That's right, that is tomorrow. So let's get into our best bets, where we have 3 of them, and unfortunately 2 of them are already priced out. That's why I say go follow me on Twitter, because by the time I hit record, some of these numbers are no longer available. Wolves minus 1.5, OKC minus 8.5, both numbers no longer available. You can go grab the over. I played that for 2 units, sorry, not 3 units. We'll quickly fix that up. One thing you can do is go play the over. Knicks should be scoring a bit more with Brunson back in the lineup now, and Celtics, yeah, Jaylen Brown might sit out, Tatum might sit out, Derek White's going to play. I like the over. I don't care who plays. Obviously, it'd be nice to have KP and Tatum playing, but especially KP, he really stretches out the defense. But we like this over. Don't really care who plays. Sam Hauser, Baylor Scheinman going to get lots of time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're filming from an airport right now. I'm trying to bring you a half decent video. Until next time, let's get the books salty.